Hey guys, I thought I'd do an update video, talk about a lot of different things, and maybe a bit of a rant, plus talk about some of the games that I'm looking forward to. So, you probably noticed why there hasn't been very much videos lately is because of the fact that I've been really annoyed with work lately, and that's causing a huge issue towards it, and also the fact that I just want to come home and just relax now. I don't really care about doing the whole, like, hooking up the Xbox, the PVR, record stuff, go into some editing software, just do the editing to cut it up, make it, not as lengthy, and try to shorten it so it's not like 2-3 hours long, and try to make it like an hour long with like the Prey stuff to make it a lot smaller. Yeah, if you guys been watching like a lot of my content, you know what I'm talking about then. But I just don't have the drive for it. And if I were to finally, I don't know, get somewhere on this platform by help with friends, or we eventually work together and make a new channel and start fresh, and we actually get somewhere on there, then I would probably be more involved into it, or a drive to do it. But like I said, it's work. So what made me stop doing this whole thing? It's that it was in December. Somebody said shit about me. I said something in front of everybody because of that person, and ever since that day, my mentality has changed a lot. I do go to work. I still try doing my best, but my attitude has changed a lot since that point. And you know what? It's not the only time this person has actually done something like this. There was another coworker before she quit. She was a very hard worker. She would shovel the snow during winter like me. She also picked orders. She also did transfers. She also did a lot of other stuff in the warehouse. And basically, this person was being a dickhead to her. And she eventually cried later one day because of him. And, when my boss found out, my boss went to the actual store manager and forced him to apologize for being a dickhead. So, dickhead was being a dickhead to me. And, like I said, I bodied him in front of everybody up front. And one of their managers tried to get me in trouble. I'm like, no, if he started it by saying shit about me right in front of everybody else, so I fucking did it right in front of everybody else. Because I'm not gonna take bullshit like that anymore. I had to deal with like shit in my previous jobs where I just took it and I didn't say nothing. But you know why? Because I always tried to be the better person. But you know what? This time, no, I did not. And I still remember everything I said, everything he said. And you know what? If he made an apology, then I would move on with my fucking life. But he won't. He has a fucking ego way higher than mine could ever be. So, the main reason why I'm trying to tell you guys this is that every day, since it's like winter, if it's snowing, what I do is that as soon as I get to work, I change my shoes into my work boots and stuff like that. I go shovel the snow unless a courier shows up, because I work in the receiving department. So I shovel the snow. I help couriers. I check the product that the couriers drop off. I do paperwork. I also do the actual splits between the other stores within the city. I also do the documentation to send the product to that store. I also do other transfers. I also do picking, and I also can do tool repair and a couple other jobs, odd jobs at work. So the point of me telling you this is that Dickhead used to work in the warehouse, and from what I've heard, he only used to pick. So if he has this fucking ego that he thinks he's like king shit, maybe you know what he should do? Well, I go do picking for like 2 weeks. Maybe he should go into the receiving department and do exactly what I've been doing. No help from nobody. He has to do everything himself. From calling couriers, from calling, and what I mean by calling couriers, meaning like arranging pickups at like different companies to pick a product for us, so then we can have it in our store, or we get the product in and then send it right back out because it's a special product that certain customers need. That's what I do. My job is almost like a different variation of like shipping. So most people that have done jobs similar to this is exactly what I've been doing. And I've been doing this for 4 years. The other 2 years that I've been there, I was doing like picking and stuff like that. So I was doing completely something else. I also did shipping, which I don't fully remember because our couriers go to a lot of different places, and it's not like I'll be able to remember, all of that. I'm like doing the opposite. So, and it's kind of hard to work for a company that has such fucking dickheads working for it. Like, I know this is the the industrial industry, okay? They build shit. I get it. Not every construction worker is going to be, nice. I get it. But you know what? If you really want people to stay within your company, maybe you got to make sure that, I don't know, people are not being dickheads. Because I don't know if I've said this in a previous thing, but there was like 2 months last year where I was literally by myself in the back. I was doing tool repair by myself. I was doing receiving by myself. So I was doing all that. Plus, I was doing our transfers in the morning when I could with the actual transfer guy. Because usually they have to work in pairs. But usually the way we have it set up is that the tool repair guy works with the transfers to make sure that all the product that the other store sent is actually correct with the documentation that was sent with it. So doing all that, plus picking orders, plus shoveling fucking snow in the fucking morning or whatever, and you want to know what's sad? It's that the days that I don't fucking shovel the snow, our boss, my boss, has to tell the other crew members to go and shovel it because they can't just, maybe shoveling is a good idea. Like, does anybody realize that, okay, we have a forklift and the wheels that are on it is actually not meant for winter. They're not. So if nobody shovels any of the back and a flat deck comes out there to drop off strut, rod, whatever it is, I have to go with a forklift out there and I might get stuck in the snow. Because that's 4,000 fucking pounds going on snow. Like, I don't know why. This is why I'm telling you guys. It's not the job that's hard. It's the other people that make it hard. But anyway. So, rant done for that. I want to talk about Anthem. Because I was playing it during that February demo period. And I know the game is about to come out in like 5 days as this recording is. And does it have promise? Yes. Will I buy it right away? No. I think I'm going to be waiting for the game to be about maybe $39. Because where I live, since I live in Canada, the price of new games is about $79 for a new game. So, I know they're going to have some microtransactions, of course, but from what I've heard, they're not going to have microtransactions that are going to be like just for certain things. You can actually play the game and unlock it at a decent rate. Not like what Battlefield tried doing. So it kind of gives me hope for it. But the other problem is that, yes, it is a multiplayer game. But at the same time, the problem with a multiplayer game is that I have to rely on other people. And I was trying to do, I think what you call them, those strongholds. I would consider them dungeons, because the enemies are a lot harder. So one group that I tried doing with had no coordination at all. We literally had 2 Stormcallers. I was the Colossal, I think it's called, and somebody else was, I think, a Ranger. So we had the perfect team to make sure that we can get this done easily. Because, freeze the target, I do whatever my attacks are to do the combos, and it would work. But for some reason, the 2 Stormcallers that we got, I don't know what the hell were they doing 90% of the time, but I had to eventually quit and then retry. I think I've retried doing it a couple of times, and I have to admit, I did manage to finally get a group to actually complete it. The other thing that I've noticed is that it doesn't have a search engine. So, like, if somebody leaves, unless it does, but when I played it during that weekend, if somebody leaves, the game won't find somebody to replace that person that left. Because most games that do that now. So, I hope they fix that. Overall, I think it's not a bad game, but I don't want to pay full price for a game that I don't know fully. Every time there's a game that's done by EA, I am very, very skeptical about now, because the last good, decent game that I played by them was Battlefield 1. And that came out, 3 years ago? And I don't know. When it comes to EA, I don't get it. They just don't get it. Like, I heard that they were working on this Star Wars game that's going to be a single player, and they might have canceled it. I don't know if it's true or not, but if they did, that's kind of stupid, because I would love to replay a fucking single player Star Wars game, and if it could be like The Witcher 3, if it just can be like that, EA, you would redeem yourself if you didn't add microtransactions and shit, and you actually made a game that people fucking want to play. And what was it? Apex Legends that came out, I think, what was it, last week? Nobody fucking knew about the game. It just came out on the stores, and look how well it's doing. I would rather try that and then actually pay $79 for Anthem. Like, I don't know. I'm still iffy on that. And the other game that it's been out for a month already, and, well, not quite yet, but I really want to play Resident Evil 2 Remake. I really want to, but I'm waiting the right time to buy it. And I don't care about buying it full price for this one, because I've heard a lot of good things, and I really would want to support Capcom for this one. But I just want to wait until I get a time that I can just sit down and just play and just fucking play the shit out of that game. And I mean, I use 2 days off and I can just play and see what they've done and everything, how similar it is. I've tried my best not to watch anything to do with that game. I really tried, because I want to experience it myself. And there's a couple other games I'm really waiting for. I really want to play Cyberpunk 2077. I really can't wait to play that. I think I'm going to go more of a tactical type than, like, go in there guns blazing and all that jazz. Because I was looking at some gameplay footage of it, and there was, like, one that you can actually branch and, like, be very good at spy or hacking. Something about hacking. I want to do something more of like a stealth build in that, and maybe have like maybe good at one type of weaponry just to use it as a backup thing or whatever it's set up. I can't wait to play that. And I think the other game that I do want to try at some point, it's going to be the Outer Worlds. The only thing I've seen was 15 minutes of footage, but I had to mute it because the two guys that were talking in it was kind of like annoying me. So I just had to watch it. I watched the trailers and stuff like that, and it does seem like one of those games that I really want to try at some point. So there's so many games that I want to try. I'm going to play them. I'm going to do, if anything happens in them, I'm going to save clips and stuff. It's like I said before, if I do make another channel with people, maybe then I'll retry doing some type of playthrough or some other type of content. I don't know yet, but I don't know if I want to do more playthroughs. I want to currently finish Berserk, Yakuza 6, and a couple other games. I do know that I have... what was that exclusive game on the Xbox? Fuck, I can't remember. It's like whatever. I can't remember right now, but eventually you'll see that. So this is pretty much my big update. I've been just playing a lot of games. I just haven't uploaded stuff because a lot of busy shit at work and just annoyed enough that I need to just mellow out some days and just not be bothered by anything. So thanks guys for checking out the video, and I will, catch you next time.